All right. Kimbo, Natananzambi, Yamazulu, Petwabu, Benapetus. Hey, family, CME family. All right. Yeah. I know it's been a long time. It's been a minute since I've been here with you, but I wanted to come and share some things and utilize this energy, this time that we have. Yes. All right. So I invite you to come on. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Divine Creator. All praises, all praises, all praises. Yes. Yes, it's me. Yep. I have not been in here in a minute. I think it's about a month ago, maybe. Yeah. But I am eternally grateful. I am fully eternally grateful. I am thankful for what's happening, what's about to happen. You know, we are in such a amazing time. Amazing time. We are in an amazing time. And so for that, I am eternally grateful. Because, in time past, everything we knew was handed down to us. Nothing that we ourselves researched and learned for ourselves. Majority of the things that we know were based on what somebody else taught us, you know. And the sad part about it is because it was based on what somebody else taught us, we took it as the gospel. Yeah, we took it as the gospel. We took it as it. We never questioned it. We were taught not to question those that are in authority and stuff like that. We were taught so many things, but I am eternally grateful that I had the ability, I had the ability to think for myself and to question things, even though I was in the midst of the matrix and preaching and teaching and I could literally say recruiting and all those other things in the matrix. But I'm happy to be out of it and to have an open mind to this life that we have been given. Because this life that we have been given is so totally different from the life we've been taught. We've been taught that we have to die to enjoy heaven. We were taught that if we don't give our lives to Jesus, we go into a place of fire and hell. And, I would really love for our people to really study and to research and to question and to ask questions and to get out of just what this person say and what the other person say, but to really come to a consciousness, that Christ consciousness, that self-consciousness themselves, that place where as you know who you are, you begin to develop who you are, you begin to create the world, the lifestyle that you came into this earth realm to enjoy. We say we are spirit beings having this experience in this earth, and then when we look around with how many other spirit beings here having this experience, but we see the suffering that is imposed upon them, And then some of us justify it and say maybe that's the life they choose for themselves to come in and experience what suffering is. And maybe they came in to experience hardship or whatever have you. And I don't know, there's just so many questions about so many things. But one of the things I am eternally grateful for is being awoke, even um, the Bantu awakening, and how it really helped to elevate me to a place of seeking the Most High at a whole different level, seeking in ways that I would have never seeked in Christianity. You understand? Because Christianity had us locked in, and all the other religions, anything that would name religion, had us locked into a tunnel vision of this vast life that we have here on earth. And it's just amazing, it's just amazing to to be able to appreciate and enjoy life, life in its totality, life in its fullness, life as it was intended for us to be able to enjoy. A lot of people, even though they are to the Bantu and who they are as Bantu, we have what they call the conscious community. A lot of them are woke to who they are in the conscious community. But what I've noticed as a bystander, somebody who is listening in from every area and from every angle, it's still a tunnel vision. It's like, if you don't believe me, what you believe ain't right. And if you don't believe the next one is wrong. And if all of us come here to have an experience, how is it that my experience is wrong and your experience is right? You know, um, and there's a lot of things to unlearn, a lot of things to relearn, and a lot of things to learn. If we think that we know it all and we are the wealth of knowledge of it all, then we lying to ourselves. We lying to ourselves. If we think that just being the Bantus and the chosen people is it, we lying to ourselves, because if we take the story that they give us, right? They give us a story about Noah. Noah was an albino. Noah was married to a woman that was much more older than himself. Um, Noah's grandfather was Jerusalem. This is the story they gave us, right? My thing is this. Noah was chosen, according to what they tell us, by the Most High to save 8 people in an ark with 2 of every kind of animals. These animals had no place to defecate, so I can imagine how stink inside that ark was. Um, but all 3 of them was his sons. All 3 of them was his sons. I'm a mother. Yes, I am. Of three children. 2 girls, 1 boy. Actually, I had 4, but my fourth born, my last born, she passed away at the age of 6. Right? So now there's only 3 that is left. Now, my firstborn, she doesn't have any children as yet. My secondborn, she has kids. My thirdborn, he has kids. Yes, children. I'm going to use the word kids. Yes, children. They have children. So, yes, I'm also a nana, right? And all 3 of these children I love. So I can imagine how Noah loved all 3 of his sons. And we get the story that out of the three of the sons, one of the sons he loved more than the others, I guess, or the Most High, the source, uh, the source favored one son, and out of that one son chose a set of people, the Bantus. But my question there is, right? Out of these three sons was the repopulation of the earth. This, we have to think. We really have to think. CME, Betuabu, you know. We have to think. So out of these three sons was used to repopularize the earth. And with these three sons being used to repopularize the earth, there's just one son, his descendants, the Bantus, were chosen by the Most High to be his chosen, the source to be his chosen people. To go through this great suffering, to be the ones that are scattered abroad by 12 tribes and all this different stuff. This is I'm telling you, family, when you really stop and pull back and think, when you really stop and start analyzing the information that you get, when you really, truly want to be awake and awoken to truth, you will get out of a place of biasness. Because at the end of the day, it is our love one for the other that is going to bring about the whole change that we need inside this world. It is not going to be whether I'm Bantu, I'm Kushite, I'm Hamite, what you call it, what these other Nilotic and all these other things. It is our love one for the other, because I realize that if we don't love one another, the war is going to continue. It's going to be a cycle of war. Okay, who these Bantus think they is? They're better than us. So now here's a war between the Bantus and the Nilots. Here it is now. The Nilots and the Bantus was living in harmony all this time together. Some of them, the Kushites, was living in harmony. Watch this now. Oh, goodness. Thank you. Thank you, Divine Source. Thank you. The Bantus, when they migrated back, like they told us the story of Abraham, leave up out of the Negev, leave out of Congo, and headed south. They didn't meet the land barren. They did not meet the land empty. They did not meet the land without inhabitants. They met people here. They met people here. When you go here in Kenya, when you hear the story of the Merus and the who else? The Luyas and the Luas and the Masais and the Giriamas. Yeah, just a whole lot of tribes here, right? Almost 42 tribes. The Michikindas and all these different tribes. Talk about they're coming down the Nile, or up the Nile, I should say, because the Nile runs from Uganda, runs down into Egypt, into the Mediterranean Sea. The Nile doesn't run up to Uganda, it runs down, because we are elevated. We are higher than Ethiopia and Egypt. So we are higher than them, so we are elevated. And so with that, everybody has their story of how they migrated. And then I realized what some of the things that I learned that had happened was there was a famine in the land, as they trying to create another famine in the land right now. And so because there was a famine in the land, a lot of people migrated to greener pastures. Like what's this people named now? The Masais. There are other tribes that does the same thing that the Masais does in terms of traveling for greener pastures for their cattle and stuff like that. And that's what a lot of these tribes did. So some stayed in Kenya, some went on to Tanzania, some went on to Congo. But the main thing is this: when they went into these lands, people were already there. They were already occupied. Who are the people that were there? Nobody talks about the people that were there. We say Canaanites, everything that we regurgitate, everything. I don't care how much we try to get away from it. Everything we regurgitate, everything we teach, we talk about is predicated on hearsay, what somebody else tell us. Even some people who listen to this gentleman named Billy Carson, even listening to him, what he regurgitate, the emerald tablets and the Sumerian tablets and all these other tablets that's supposed to be older than the scrolls that they gave us. You understand? And so we are in a place where, as in order for us to be balanced and not to become like Christianity, because I see it in this Bantu awakening, I see Christianity again, I see Muslim, Islam, I see all of that in this awakening. And that's why for me, I try my best to stay away from it as much as I possibly can now, because I do not want to be caught up in Christianity. I do not want to be caught up in Muslim. I don't want to be caught up in tradition. You see, tradition. I like how this thing look over my head. I do. I love the look. I don't do this for religion, but I try to do it also not to offend anybody. You understand? But the primary thing is our love for one another. We've been taught so much to condemn, to hate, to cast down, to ridicule. The Mzungu do this, and I so hate the Mzungu, and I so hate the white man, and I so hate, and this is what we're going to do, and the Gentiles are going to serve me. But what about those people we met in this land, and we took their land away from them? We took their daughters and their sons away from them as Bantus. I'm talking about Bantus and the things they did. They did. Much love, my beautiful queen sisters and my king brothers. You understand? We as Bantus, we also did a whole lot of atrocities in this land. So what about our karma? Always say, well, our karma is we was carried away in the 400 years of slavery. Not only Bantus was carried away. When you look at the stories, they invaded Africa, the whole continent. They didn't bypass one tribe and just carry Bantus. There's more than just Bantus on that ship from Angola going to America. There's more than just Bantus on the ship going to Barbados, going to Brazil, going to Jamaica. There was more than just Bantus. This is where love steps in, family. I know you saw, I said the male, feminine and masculine, and that's what I was pressed in my spirit to talk about the masculine and feminine energy that we operate in. But the divine is giving me something else, because I feel like our people has become dogmatic again, just like Christianity, just like Islam, just like the Hebrew Israelite. We've come into this Bantu awakening with the same religious mindset and spirit. Same spirit we come into this awakening with. And it's sad. We started off with love, but we come back to this dogma. Back to this place of we are better than, when it's supposed to be love. How do I want peace? How do I want unity when I don't even know how to love the Mzungu? Oh, but they took us to slavery, but we had them in slavery first. Do the history. We had them in slavery first. We had our own in slavery. Even in America, they want to tell the story of how many free slaves, how many black people, how many melanated people own acres and acres of land and they had their own people enslaved. They had their own people working like cattle in America. Blacks working blacks to the ground. And you still have it today. African Americans, how they treat their own here in Kenya. I watch how they treat their own. Do you have a house girl, house help, a gardener? How they treat their own? I'm like, my goodness. When is it ever going to change? When are we ever going to change the dynamics and be able to love one another and respect one another at a serious level? I don't mean, okay, yes, you came to clean my house. I'm going to make you my best friend. But at the same time, too, you can come and clean my house and I can treat you with respect. I can treat you with dignity and pride. Instead of throwing the food away in the garbage, and it's still good, I can let you eat it instead of throwing it away. We doing the same thing to our people in the same awakening. I honestly didn't. This is not what was in my heart when I started this live. I want to talk about the feminine and the masculine energy. But the source is like, my people, we are the people. We are the chosen one. I am Kempa, Vita, warrior, Bantu queen. And I am this and I am Bantu that and Bantu. But you still don't know how to treat your people. Still don't know how to love one another. Still stealing from one another. Still tricking one another. Still pulling down one another. Same Islam, Muslim, Christian, religious mindset and attitude. Yeah, much ain't gonna like it. That's fine. I am always willing to take the licking and keep on ticking, keep on moving forward. I'm always willing to be the one that will come and just say what the Most High, other than the sweet bust me down. Oh, yes, we are kings. And yes, we are kings and queens. If you don't know that by now, I don't need to reiterate time and time again, we are kings and queens and stuff like that. But this thing of love, this thing of trickery that we keep on doing to one another, this thing of taking monies from people, I have a problem with that. The Most High, the source, the divine creator have a problem with us not being able to love one another. We have a problem. We all, let me listen to me. Oh, glory, 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 glory. Kimbo, Natan and Zambi, Yamazulu. Kimbo, Natan and Zambi, Yamazulu. We all, whether you're a Cushite, Hamite, Jebusite, Bantu, Nilot, we all came into this earth realm to have an experience. Shem, whatever you call his name, Lot had 3 sons. According to the story they give us, they were all his sons. He loved all 3 of them because all 3 of them came from him and his wife. I love all 3 of my children because all 3 of them came from me, from my matrix, from my womb, from my universe. Why is it so hard for us to get out of this segregation? That's the word. Segregation that we are still developing. Well, the Most High say, don't mix your seed with this one. We all mix up. Any one of us could go and check our DNA and see we done mix up. We like a big bowl of what we call in the Bahamas, pea soup and dumpling. We all got plantain and peas and cassava and sweet potatoes and Irish potatoes and corn and all these different things and dumplings. We all are in one pot. There's not one of us that have not been touched by another tribe, another set of people. Huh? Come on. Come on. All of us. Yes, it's good to know. And I think that's pride. Let me tell you. And I can say, yes, I can say it, source, divine creator. It's pride and arrogance. Keep us up. I'm Bantu. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm Muslim. I'm Holy Mother. And all got a stinking nasty attitude. All. None. What the same script they give us, there's none righteous, no, not one. Y'all know I don't like coming before you. I try my best not to even come on YouTube anymore. I really do. I go on Facebook and I do 1-2 words of encouragement now. I go on, what's that next thing I got now? Oi, I got some Instagram. I do 1-2 words of encouragement. I got my, what you call it now, TikTok. I do 1 or 2 videos of loving up on myself because I learned how to love myself at a whole different level and loving those around me. Appreciating those around me. Why? Because this awakening has showed me so much things of the selfishness. No matter where you go, I was in Christianity. I was preaching as an apostle in Christianity, and I saw the selfishness of the people there. I come here in this Bantu awakening, and I see the same selfishness of the people here. And that's not me. That's not my spirit. That's not who I am. I'm a person. I like to speak to everybody. I love everyone. I do not ostracize, cast aside. I don't have no hate in my heart for no one. Whether you're a Cushite, whether you're a Nilot, whether you're a Hamite, whether you're a Mzungu, I don't have no hate in my heart for no one. I cannot not see myself associating or fellowshipping or talking to people because that's me. But I see in this awakening there again the same foolishness as the Hebrew Israelite, as the Christians, as the Muslim. In this Bantu awakening. Oh, I'm Bantu. An attitude, arrogance, puffed up, prideful, tricksters. Tricksters in the midst of this. I'm the master teacher. I'm the Nabi. I'm the Yaya. I'm the, what you call it, the seer. Pride, arrogance. That's what's going on in the midst of us. Still the same people. What do you say? My people, look at them. Look at them in the back again. As I said, back to the same old nasty habits again. Same old nasty. I can use the stories they give us and look at us. Moses going up to the mountain to pray and intercede, and times he come back to their old nasty practices again. Sorcery and idol worship and all them different things. What are we doing? Are we really awoke to who we are? Or are we still, what do we call it, fooling ourselves, puffing up ourselves again, looking for stripes to big up ourselves? That's what the Hebrew Israelites did when they came out and they realized that the black people was the chosen people. Became puffed up and arrogant and slandering and fussing and cussing people on the streets. Now in the Bantu awakening, we ain't got to fuss and cuss people on the streets. We can use YouTube. We can use Instagram. We can use TikTok and Facebook to slam people, to make people feel less than. Don't know how to make people feel love. Don't know how to give a word of encouragement. But if there's a word of that to help them up, to help healing. A lot of us are broken and hurting because of the truths and the lies that we've been told over the years. And so we make this statement, hurting people hurt people, right? And it's the truth. Because you hurt. Now you want the people who hurt you hurt. No, daughter, vengeance ain't yours. Vengeance is not mine. If somebody hurt me, I laugh. I say, because they don't even know what they pile up on their own self. I don't go back and say, I got to get them. I can get them. No. That woman named Karma, the law of reciprocity. Yeah. Reciprocity. Whatever you give shall be given back to you. So if you give out hatred, you give out treating people bad, you give out stealing, you give out killing, you give out slander, they coming back. And they don't come back out how you give it. Because sometimes people can't handle what they give. Because when it come back to them, it's 10 times worse, 100 times worse. And it may not come to them immediately. It may come to their next generation or their next generation. That will go down in their DNA until they do their shadow work and cleanse it and seek forgiveness and purge. So you wonder why you and your children don't talk? You wonder why, this happening to you and your boss doing this to you and all. Think about what you do to somebody else. Think family. Think about what you've done in this awakening that has stagnated you, that is causing you not to advance. Every time you try to move left or try to move right or try to advance, you become stagnated. What did you do? Stop looking outward for somebody else to do to you. Look inward. Look at what you did. This awakening is not about exterior. This awakening is about interior, self-searching. This is what this is all about. At the end of the day, know thyself. Don't know me. Don't know your husband. Don't know your wife, your children. Know thyself. What about you? What have you stood back, think, meditate, reflect on about yourself? See, a lot of us are afraid to see ourselves and see our downfall and see where we went wrong and see how we handle people and how we talk to people and what we did to someone. How we had the money to help someone and we refused to help them. How we had the food to feed someone and we refused to feed them. How we was going in the same direction somebody was going in, but we turned and gone the other way just so we don't give them a ride. In the same awakening, I ain't talking about in time past. I talking about right now, present. Time past, that's the past. The past will take care of itself. I talking about right now, in this awakening. How many years know we could help a sister or a brother, help us a child to be educated, to help a community. But they ain't Bantu, so they ain't Bantu, so that ain't my problem. How you gonna win them over to even serve the Creator? To even know their own self and what their purpose is in this life. We're supposed to be the salt of the earth. We're supposed to be the light. We're supposed to be the chosen people. But we're living below standard. We're living as if we're still in Christianity. We're living as if we're still in Muslim. We're living as we still, you understand me, in religion. Come on, my brothers and sisters. Come on, kings and queens. Yeah, I know some of you who will come in and watch this video. You can say, oh, she ain't got her head covered, so I can't listen to her. Especially you, let me tell you something. Some of you Hebrew women who come with our Hebrew movement and stuff like that. Guess what? Stay off my channel. Delete me. Unsubscribe. My message may be for you. Some of you Hebrew men who still in the Hebrew stuff because my head ain't covered and you can't watch me. Stay off my channel. And some of you trollers who always talking about this magic is the King David. I don't care who's the king. How many of us disappointed last year? The king's supposed to show up. The Messiah is supposed to show up. How many of us was looking for the Messiah in 2022? And no Messiah showed up. The king was crowned. The Messiah is about to be. How many of us waiting on the Messiah? But as the Messiah is our Christ consciousness, know you are gods. You need somebody to rule and reign over you other than the Most High, the divine source. Yes, the sovereignty of the land need a governance, but the Savior is our Christ consciousness. Us coming to the full understanding of who we are. Now this is where the feminine and the masculine comes in. Thank you, Divine Source. Wow. Listen to me. I love who I am. I am authentically me. I cannot be nobody else but me. And I refuse to pretend to be somebody else. I try to be somebody else. Living inside of us is both male and female. I'm not going to do the research for you. You do the research for yourself. When a woman is pregnant, that seed that is inside of her, that's growing in her uterus, is female until 4 months of pregnancy. And then the gender is sealed, whether it will be female or male. Both male and female are in us all. They talk about the Y, X and Y chromosome. But it's in all of us. Our Christ consciousness is about being balanced, going within ourselves, knowing ourselves and the power and the abilities that we have to accomplish and to create and procreate and reproduce and have dominion, to rule and to reign, balance, yin and yang, male and female. That's what they put inside there. Watch this. We miss it and we separated that same part where they say created male and female, created he, them, male and female, both in us. So created in me is male and female. But what you see in front of you is the female, because I chose a female body. But my spirit, which you do not see, possess both male and female abilities. That's why you could now see some women decide to pull on the more masculine side of the spirit that is inside of them and portray themselves as male, because they're pulling on that masculinity that is inside of them. Me, I love being female. And I have no problem with being female. I love it. All of its hardship, all of its pain, and all this stuff that this female body got to go through in childbearing and all the other stuff, man on pause and all them things, I still love being female. Okay? Same thing with a man, a male. A male has both feminine and masculine energy in him. But when he comes out of the womb as a man, that means the more masculine side of who he is, who is prominent. So what? Now, when you see them have that little effeminate side on them, that means they're allowing that more feminine part of them to come forward and to what you call it, to dominate. You see? But we are both male and female. And we need to balance. We need balance in our lives. So now, yes, I gone from now who we are as Bantus and pride and all that different stuff. Now I'm come to the message, because that's what the Most High had me to go to first, dealing with us as Bantus. As we need to know how to love beyond the arrogance of being the chosen people. Beyond that, if we don't learn that, we bound to repeat. Go around one more time. How many want? Listen, it's like going in school. How many want to repeat the 6th grade over and over again? You want to go in the 7th grade in junior high with your friends. How many want to repeat 9th grade over and over again? You want to go into senior high with all of your friends. But because you refuse to pass the test, you refuse to balance, you got to go back around in that same grade all over again. You can't advance. You're stuck. So we are male and female energy. I am that I am that I am. I am. Yes, my beautiful Bantu Queen sister. You understand? And so the I am that I am lives inside of us. We are the I ams that the world needs. Who do I say send me? I am that I am. The I am that I serve sent me. Afford me this opportunity to be into this earth realm. We had a conversation in the cosmos, in the heavenlies, what we will call it. And I said, I want to go and I want to have this experience and I want to go on a mission. I want to be able to be a voice that cried in the wilderness. I want to be one of them that would bring the consciousness back to your people of who they are, that they may now evolve into the fullness of who they are and be able to speak to the birds and speak to the lions and speak to the animals and speak. You understand? So we, not only Bantus, the Nilots, the Kushites, the Hamites, and all the rest of them, all of us came here for an experience. I know some of us don't want to hear that. See there, she blaspheming, back in Christianity again. See, back in religion again. I know she wasn't one of us. No, I'm one of you. I am that I am, that I am, I am. I am me. I know who I am. I know the blood that runs in this vein. I know the assignment I have into this earth realm. I know the power that I operate and walk in. I know the authority that I've been given. It is not to conform and become a part of a system. I refuse to be a part of the matrix. And another matrix, I should say, because we come out of one matrix and now you come into another matrix. Yeah, that's what some of y'all do. You leap out of one matrix and go into another matrix. Another system. It's like, hey, I got two phones, right? I got two phones. One is Samsung, and this one here is something Intel or something like that. Anyhow, iTel, right? Two phones. One system, one matrix, and another matrix. That's what some of y'all do. You come out of one matrix, okay, there's a little pop-down matrix, the little tree, the cheap $50 phone. That's one matrix you come out of. And you jump into the next matrix, the nice expensive phone, a little $700 phone. So now you feel dead proud now. Oh, this is my little bubbler. But then you got, oh, child, yeah, girl. You want your expensive phone. So you want everybody to know you want your expensive phone. You want everybody to know you bad too. You're a part of the chosen people. Or you just jump from one matrix to the next matrix. I think I made that perfectly clear. But you got to realize that, guess what? This matrix and this matrix, the difference between the two of them, you just elevate a little bit more. That's all. But until you're able to realize that you need to come out of the matrix totally, in totality, you need to learn how to love completely. You need to know how to know yourself and know who you are and what you operate in, outside of just being Bantu, outside of just being chosen. What's your purpose? Why? What you came into this earth realm to experience? What did you come into this earth realm to do? What did you come here for before you leave? Because when this carcass, when this body here, when this cease existing, you still gonna exist. You still gotta go on. But did you accomplish what you have to accomplish? Somebody may ask me if I believe in reincarnation. The script that they gave us tell us that this person was coming back in the spirit of John the Baptist. So that means that after John the Baptist, the body died, his spirit came back inside somebody else. They say somebody come in the spirit of Elijah. That means after Elijah died, his spirit came back and inhabit another body. So if the scripture talks about it, would be so like to quote. Could it be possible that our life cycles doesn't end until we accomplish or complete the assignments that we came to accomplish? Even if we come in another body as somebody else, but the same spirit. Our parents can name us My name is Shameen right now, but my name might have been Matilda. I don't know. Before. I might have been here before. I don't know. I may have not accomplished all that I supposed to have accomplished and done, so I had to come back again. I don't know. That's why they could put little nuggets inside the scripts so we would have it, but we don't pay attention to it. This person come back in the spirit of Elijah. This one coming back in the spirit of, but hold on. Let's go to those who know the story of Simon Toko. What did he say? What did he tell them? What did he tell the Khazars? What did he tell the Gabals when they've been trying to kill him? He said, okay, I can leave. I can go. See, they didn't kill him. He left. And when he left, he said, okay, I can go. But guess what? Many more like me can come. How do you know that? Many more like him can come. Who's to say that you ain't one like him? But because you're stuck on just being Bantu, you can't fully accomplish what you're supposed to be coming. You're so stuck on waiting for a Messiah, a Savior still, because that's that Christianity complex, that's the Muslim complex, waiting on Muhammad or Allah. You understand me? Waiting on Allah. You're waiting on JC. You're waiting on the son of David to come and save you and set up the kingdom. When are we supposed to be setting up the kingdom? We have what it takes to set up the kingdom. What part are you playing in establishing a community, a conscious community that knows who they are and fulfilling their purpose in the earth? The hardest thing that all of us who are awoken in this awakening, and whether we're Bantu or whatever, we identify ourselves with the conscious community or whatever have you. The hardest thing for a lot of us to do is embrace the male and female, the feminine and masculine that is inside of us. It is hard for some of the men in this awakening. They talk about women, but embracing the feminine is a hard thing for them to do. But let me tell you something. And I can say this, and hear me. No one, I don't care who you are, no one could enter into this world. Hear me again. No one could enter into this world. I don't care who you are. King, queen, president, prime minister, governor, whoever you are. Nile, Cushite, Hemite, Jebusite, Bantu. No one can enter this world without the way of the womb. It must be a woman. The woman is the only legal portal, legal access into this realm. Anything else is illegal. Anything else is illegal. Any other access into this realm is illegal. Must be the way of the womb. And so, if the womb is that important to come into this realm, why is it so disrespectful? Why are men so disrespectful? So the only portal that can allow generations to continue to exist and to continue to come in is the way of the womb. I don't care how many surgeries they perform in that LGBTQRST. I don't care how they do it. It's impossible. It have to be the way of the womb. It have to be. They could do surgeries. They have to manufacture structure a womb. They have these labs now that they got these babies incubating in these um, makeshift things. All these different things they're doing, but that's illegal access. It's illegal access. The legal, I said, access to this world is the way of the womb. Yeah. Wow. So, family, let us learn to get along. Let us learn to love those that are around us in our communities. Let us build. Let us build this kingdom. Let us bring restoration. Let us truly unlearn the ways of religion, no matter whatever the religion is, Christianity, Muslim, Islam, Judaism, what you call a Hebrew Israelite, all of them ways. And let us learn the ways of the Most High. Let us really spend time in prayer, in meditation, in the Most High, in the Source, in the divine Creator's presence, and learn and relearn who we are. We keep on saying it. We are spirits. Some people say we are energy. But I know one thing, this flesh, we can yield it up. But we will continue to go from life to life. We transition. We say it. We don't die. We don't die. We transition. So what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? We have our love. Love is the highest level of consciousness. Love is the highest way of revolution and evolving. Love is the highest way of healing and mending. Love is the highest way. We can't do it outside of love. We can. We cannot do it outside of love. And so I'm eternally grateful. I really am grateful for my journey. My journey continues. I also share with you, I know where I'm at. A lot of you may not know, or you may know because I transitioned from Nairobi out of the city. I transitioned out of the city. Yes, I transitioned out of the city and I came to the coast. Walking in obedience is so important. And a lot of you may be reading in the news, reading on Twitter or Facebook or what you call it, Instagram, or wherever the news is being traveled about what's happening here in Kenya in an area called Malindi. Yeah, Kilifi County. That's where the Most High transitioned me the beginning of the year. Actually, the end of 2022 coming into 2023 was okay. That's enough of the city. Get out. I need you to transition. And I fight some people know that I was trying to move to Diani. I was trying to move to Kwali. I was trying to move to Mombasa in Bamburi. But this is where the Most High brought me. This is where I came. And a few weeks ago, I was driving around looking for land to purchase, and I found something that I really fell in love with in an area. So I took off my shoes, put my feet in the ground, and I said, Divine Creator, Source, the Most High, I am that I am, ancestors, if this is where you would have me to be, I need a sign. I need a sign. That very day that I did that, it rained. That day, it rained. A week later was when the mess started to unfold, which is not too far from the area that I went into, where, you know, human bodies have been found, organs haven't been harnessed, was murdered. They had 40-day fasting, starvation to die to go to heaven. This is what's happening around us, family. And that's why it's important to walk in obedience. You may not understand why. You're being directed to uproot and to move in an area you don't know nothing about. I knew nothing about Malindi. I tried to do some research and study it being an old city and all this different stuff, a Swahili town or whatever have you. The Arabs came in, the Portuguese came in first, and then the Arabs came in after them. And it's rich in history. But for this to be unraveled, I'm not going to the depths of all the things that has happened to me since I've been here in terms of the visits, the astral projecting, and all those different things. But when I saying this to you, family, I don't come to you because um, I have nothing else to do or because I just want to be seen or heard. I come when I'm led and directed by the divine source, the creator, to come and say something to you. So for 3 months, I've been January, February, March, April. Yeah. Consecrating myself and being silent and being still, not understanding that this exposure needed to come, healing needed to come to this area. Many people went missing. Many people went following behind this pastor. Families had to come from all over the place to identify their loved ones' remains. Children missing for years. This is years. This has been happening for years. But here comes somebody who walk in obedience and who walk in great power and great anointing to bring about change. On some of my videos on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook channel, I always say, I am an atmosphere changer. And wherever I go, the atmosphere must change. And that is the truth. I may smile about it, but it's been proven time and time again, wherever I go, the atmosphere must change. And whatever evil forces that are operating in those atmospheres are exposed. It's not, but it's humbling. And it's sad. More than 400 people. Some people were bound hand and foot in graves. The graves are so much. This man had 800 acres of land. 800 acres. So you can imagine the amount of people that may be buried. So let's humble ourselves. Let's humble ourselves. Let's humble ourselves. Stop trying to make people look small and look bad. Stop it. Stop trying to be the big I and everybody's a small U and all this different stuff. We all are here to do a work. We all have an assignment. We all are equipped at different magnitudes and different levels to do things. But the greatest of it all is loving one another wherever we are at whatever level we are at. That's important, family. Me being able to walk in obedience and move in one area and see things happen and stuff like that. Demons coming and principalities coming and identifying themselves to me and showing themselves to me. That's not the big thing for me. The most important thing for me is to love. If I can't love, none of these other things mean a hill of being to me, means nothing to me. If I can't love, if I can't be somebody's peace, if I can't be a house of refuge, that somebody can come and catch themselves and be healed and be helped, everything else is nothing to me. To me. I mean, I don't can't for no, I can't speak for nobody else. For somebody else, am I wanting to build a big platform and want to have 100,000 followers and stuff like that? For me, if I only affect one person, I'm happy with that. For me to come and be obedient and deliver this message that may not seem like it making any sense to me, but someone would hear and it would make sense to them because they may have been having the same feeling or notion. That's more important than being a scholar and having a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and a doctorate's degree. Following to make you effective. Change does. Walking in obedience does. People seeing what walking in obedience accomplish. I have some other testimonies I will share with you, but now is not the time. Now is not the time. But soon, I will come back to you and share with you when I'm released to share the other testimonies of what the Most High is doing here in Malindi, Kenya, Kilifi County. He's doing great and mighty things. It may not be grand as some people would think, but kidogo, kidogo, poli, poli, little by little and slowly, slowly, it's being done. Nakupenda sana. I love you all so much. And I thank the Most High for each and every one of you. You didn't have to watch this broadcast. You didn't have to be here, but you chose. My heart is seriously overwhelmed because, once again, a lot of us has brought Christianity into this awakening. We brought the Hebrew Israelite movement into this awakening. We brought our Muslim beliefs into this awakening. And the awakening is about our Christ consciousness, about us coming to the fullness of who we are, as divine source, as divine beings able to do great and mighty things, to be the change that every area of wherever we are, whether you're in America, wherever you're in the Caribbean, you're here on the continent, you are the agent of change. You are the God consciousness of that very place that you are in. So whatever evil is trying to show its head, you have the ability and the authority to silence it. Anything that they're trying to do to destroy us as a people, we have the capability to shut it down. Open up your mouth. Make the affirmation, make the declarations, speak positive. They were right when they put in that script, life and death is in the power of our tongue. They were right when they said in that script, whatsoever a man thinketh, so is he. our consciousness, our thoughts. They even do study on our thoughts. How our very thoughts bring about change. And then how when we speak things, you know when they pattern the computer after us. The computer was patterned after us. The cell phone was patterned after us. Because we had the capability of telepathically speaking to one another. They didn't have it, so they created the cell phone after us. The computer, because they know whatever in his brain, y'all just know how powerful you are. That's the thing I want you to walk away from. If you don't walk away with anything, the male and the female, feminine, and this and stuff, and know how powerful you are and operate in it. Stop looking to man. Stop looking to the east and stop looking outwardly and start looking inward. You have the power within you. And this is the first time I'm telling you this. But my heart is overwhelmed because I'm seeing my people being defeated, being overwhelmed, being discouraged. Because the powers around him has pressed them so much that they're succumbing to it. And not understanding that the powers on the outside has no powers to compare to the powers that is within. Anyway, let me go. Let me leave you. Let me leave you with this word of encouragement. Know thyself and know you have the power to create the kind of world, the kind of life you desire. Stop waiting for a Messiah to bring about the change for you. The change you want to see is you. It's in you. It starts with you. Much love, family. Kimbo, Natan and Zambi, Yama Zulu, Matan Masaka, Zolo, ringing in Swahili, Asante Sana, and Nakupenda Sana. Tutanana. Yeah, Tutanana. Talk to you later. Much love.